What's good? Y'all know who it is? Y'all know what it is? It's your boy Matthew Shack, live here in Los Angeles on a Sunday night. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. First things first, salute to the unfiltered nation, salute to the unfiltered fam, salute to the mod squad, salute to the goons. Run the likes up for your boy. Keep the likes at 50%. Last and certainly and never not least, tip your bartender, man. What's popping with you guys, man? Hope you guys had a phenomenal weekend. I did. I had a great weekend. Great weekend, bro. Great opportunity. Hung out with the family. Took my son to Orange County to the Discovery Cube. Great food after that. Just a great time, bro. Great time seeing, spending time with the loved ones. Good dinner. Now it's time for me to talk to y'all, man. How was y'all weekend, dog? Put a 1 in the chat if your weekend was cool. Put a 2 in the chat if your weekend was not cool. Better luck next time if it wasn't. Hopefully you'll get another chance. All right? But my weekend was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Great weekend. That's 2 in a row. I've had 2 good weekends in a row, man. So with that being said, it's time to blaze one. For who? For the nation, man. It's time to blaze one for the nation, man. It's my time now. Haven't had a cigar all weekend, bro. Might as well smoke on something extremely good. Cohiba Rubicon in the building. So, man, what's popping with you cats out there, bruh? You know what I'm saying? I'm about to enjoy my cigar and talk about a couple of things, man. But unfortunately, man, for a lot of members of the nation and a lot of people that are out there, you guys want this Maxx Crosby thing to go away now because Maxx is back and, you're happy about it and now you want to turn the page. But unfortunately for you, there's people who do not want to turn the page. They want to continue it going. Because at the end of the day, man, you may have gotten what you wanted, Raider fan, but your enemies didn't get what they wanted, which was Maxx gone from you. So they're going to continue to do what they do best, which is what? Hate. All right? So I just wanted to tell you about the next thing that happened because there's always somebody that's still bringing this shit up and it's always to somebody that has to be spoken about. So when you guys say, hey, man, how long are we going to keep talking about it? As long as notable people are being asked questions and they come up with whatever response they come up with and it's national news, I'm going to talk about it. I'm not creating it. I'm just here to report it. I'm just here to give my synopsis and my input on it and what I think, and then I move on to the next day. So as long as it's story, as long as it is news, as long as it is worthy to be spoken on, I'm going to continue to talk about it. That's just what it's going to be. All right? So, with all that being said, who are we talking about today? Well, TB12, Tom Brady. You ever heard of him? Tom Brady is playing in this, flag football, and he's out there still showing that he could throw the ball and still doing what he does, man. But, yeah, that doesn't impress me, man, because you're not doing it where you need to do it at. You're just doing something for yourself like you always do. But understand, man, that people know that you are, you're a flag football quarterback. You're a Fox analyst. But you're also a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, who is the de facto general manager. And there was just a couple of weeks ago a big, huge, phenomenal situation that you were involved with, TB12, called the Maxx Crosby to the Ravens trade for 2 first-rounders that was absolutely rescinded based on a failed physical. Maxx spoke on it. Spytek spoke on it. General manager of the Baltimore Ravens, Eric DeCosta, spoke on it. But you didn't. And you figured since I'm TB12 and I'm the absolute GOAT, I don't have to answer anything. Until you got yourself in front of the media who definitely asked you about it. So this is heavy.com. And you know, if I print it out, it's official like a referee's whistle. You know what that is. So let's get into it. All right? Heavy.com. Salute to heavy.com, bro. What's your sources, Shaq? Heavy.com. Okay? All right. The Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders agreed to a blockbuster Maxx Crosby trade early on in the 2026 NFL offseason. In this trade, the Raiders would have acquired Crosby in exchange for 2 first-round draft picks. However, the trade never became official, and Baltimore decided to back out of the deal. After the decision by the Ravens to back out, they faced a lot of backlash. They pivoted quickly to signing star free agent pass rusher Trey Hendrickson. With that decision being made, Baltimore landed a rushing upgrade and kept their 2 draft picks. We all know that, but they got to set up the table. Now it's time to bring out the turkey to be carved. Tom Brady. I love it, bro. I love it. I love it how they're just holding his feet to the fire. I love it, bro. Tom Brady, a minority owner for the Raiders, played in the Fanatics Flag Football Classic on Saturday. That was yesterday. He was asked after the game about Crosby and the situation. While reporters were hoping to get some detail from Brady on the trade, he decided to pass on answering it. So, from a Bay Arean, like he is, Tom Brady is a Bay Arean. He's from San Mateo. He's from San Mateo County. I'm a Bay Arean. I'm from Santa Clara County. From one Bay Area, Bay Arean to another Bay Arean, I'm going to say this. Tom Brady absolutely ducked the fade when it came to the Maxx Crosby Raiders-Ravens trade. What does duck the fade mean? It means you dodged a worthy opponent. You know how y'all say in UFC that John Bones Jones ducked this guy and Floyd Mayweather ducked Pacquiao and he ducked back in the days. And yeah, Tom Brady just ducked the fade. You could call it dodging a fade, duck a fade. You know what I'm saying? Bent the block and saw people was outside and backed up the car. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But I call it dodging a fade, ducking a fade. And this article calls it Tom Brady dodges questions about the Ravens and Raiders Maxx Crosby trade. But I'm going to say it my way. You duck the fade, homie. They came to see you and you acted like you didn't hear nobody. Okay? So here's what it said. Here's the question that Brady was asked by one of the media members directly. Quote, question about your NFL job. I mean, Brady, you got so many jobs. Let me make sure we're going to ask an NFL job question. We're not asking you about Fox. We're not asking you about the Fanatics flag football game. We're not asking you about you being a model. We're not asking you about these commercials you're in. We're not asking you about that. We're going to ask you about your NFL job. Here's what he said. Spytek has talked about you being more involved in football this year. How will your role be different? And Do you have any reaction to the Maxx Crosby trade that didn't happen, unquote? What we call in media a two-part question. Now, let me say something. I'm going to start calling you Tom Brady members of Raider Nation. I'm going to start calling you guys by this one. Because like I said before, every time I come out with a nice moniker or a nice saying, it won't be long before some of these other content creators are using it too. So let me just come up with something else because you can't stop creativity. I'm going to start calling you guys Brady Nation. I figure that's good. Brady Nation. All right? You guys got to listen to this one, Brady Nation. Not Raider Nation, Brady Nation. I mean, that goes with roaches with Raider hats. That goes with Team Twerk. That goes with Stripper Nation. That goes with all those things that I have. All these things you hear, popping it like an ugly stripper. You know you've been to other channels and they've used using my vernacular. But I'm like E40. I'll just come up with something else. So you Brady Nation guys, okay, who you get moist anytime Brady's name is brought up. You're actually dripping. We're going to keep you guys on that. All right? I love it. Brady Nation. So after that question was asked, Brady chose to only answer the first part of the question and completely ignored the second part about the failed Crosby trade. Here is your hero right here, bro. Your de facto general manager, the guy who's directly responsible for trading Maxx and getting a damaged reputation Maxx Crosby in return, had nothing to say, but he answered the first part. And here's what he said. A very, very media savvy Tom Brady. Quote, "You know, I love being involved in the NFL," Brady said. "Like I said, I love football. I love sports. You know, I was very fortunate in my career to be around amazing people and mentors like Robert Kraft as an owner of a team. And now I get to work with Mark Davis in a role that I'm at to see a different type of team shape, the way that things are done and how we are evolving and how we are growing. And you know, we certainly have a long way to go. And you know, it's what I learned about football in 23 seasons. It's a tremendous amount of resilience, adversity, discipline, determination, communication of an entire organization to see the value in committing to one another. So, you know, it's always, I think, process overcomes. And I think we're all trying, and all of us, to, in our own roles that we have. And whether or not it's an ownership role or a personnel department or a strength and conditioning and athletic training, and obviously players in positions and offense and defense, everyone's got to come together. Everyone has to work incredibly hard for the people next to them, unquote. It was a simple question, TB. Are you going to be more involved this year? And how will your role be different? And what's your reaction to Maxx Crosby failed trade? This dude gave a damn Abraham Lincoln speech. Tom Brady needs to run for office because that is exactly a very politically sound statement. Dance around the subject, give you so much information that had nothing to do with the question. That's politics. Like I always say, how to answer a question without answering it. He didn't answer the first part. He just spun around it. He said everything. I'm not going to read it verbatim. I'm just going to break down the certain parts. He loves being involved in the NFL. Do we don't know that? I love football. We don't know that. I love sports. We don't know that. And I've been very fortunate in my career to be around amazing mentors like Robert Kraft. Why are you bringing up Robert Kraft? Okay. And now I get to work with Mark Davis. I mean, you actually put Robert Kraft and Mark Davis together. Now you know it's cap. Okay. And now I get to see a different team shape. And what I learned about football in 23 seasons. Brady, you ain't played football in like 5 years, bro. Like, what are you saying, man? You haven't been an active player for a long time, bro. What are you talking about? It takes a tremendous amount of listen to all of these in a row. This is how smart he is. Tom Brady's an absolute genius to come up with all these things off the top of his head. He said, it takes a tremendous amount of resiliency, adversity, discipline, determination, communication of an entire organization. Yeah, come on, that sounds like a damn rap lyric to me. That sounds like bars to me. Sounds like bars. Resilience, adversity, discipline, determination, communication of an entire organization. Hey, man, that sounds like some Kendrick Lamar type lyrics. I mean, he's actually fit that in to like a 4-bar phrase. That's like 4 bars. I mean, he just danced around the whole situation. He said the personnel department, the strength and conditioning. Why did he say that? That's Alex Guerrero right there. Whether it's the personnel department, me and Spy Tech, or the strength and conditioning and athletic training, his boy over there, Alex Guerrero. And obviously the players in positions on offense and defense, everybody has to come together. He said everybody has to form Voltron. Everyone has to work incredibly hard for the people next to them. Let's get these likes up. Likes ain't liking. Likes ain't liking at all. Okay? So what is he saying? He's saying, I ain't got to answer y'all damn questions, bro. I'm 12. What are you talking about? I don't have no desire to answer none of your funky ass questions because I don't have to. Once he said that, that was Brady ain't answering no questions, bro. Okay? Brady Nation, man, in the house. Y'all got it. Then it says, what's next for both teams? Talks about Hendrickson. Ravens have already moved on with Hendrickson. They got their picks back, blah, 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 blah. Then it says, of course, the anti-Raider push. Las Vegas may have not been happy with Baltimore Ravens for backing out, but the Ravens didn't really want to trade Crosby. How things went down, the star defensive end seems to be back with Vegas. Perhaps someday Tom Brady will speak out with his thoughts on the Crosby trade, but for now, he has decided not to comment on the situation, unquote. Tom Brady doesn't answer questions. Tom Brady is the question. Get these likes up. Likes ain't liking. How do I feel about this? I don't give a shit about this, Bob. It's the shit I told you from the beginning. Hit myself in the face. Come on, dog. I've been told you this. Brady ain't came here to do nothing for no Raiders, bro. Take care less. He's here to get paid. He's here to get his bag. And you know what, bro? There comes a time, for me at least, there comes a time when I decide, and it already happened, that if you can get away with all of that, so be it. I do not even have any type of vitriol towards Brady. Brady is having his way. And if you've ever been a person to have your way in life, where everything is your way, where things are working out in your behalf, bro, and it's your time, you just have to appreciate it's your time, bro. Okay? And for me, whatever happens with this squad, Don't got nothing to do with me, bruh. I'm just a fan waiting for this. I'm waiting up for my pinky ring to be anointed. I have these 3 fingers are loaded. These 2, I don't have no type of question, bruh. Okay? I don't care. Brady's doing what he does. Likes ain't liking. Let's get these likes up. End of the day, bro, Tom Brady is the only person who does not have to answer any questions. He has never, ever, ever addressed you directly about anything. Mark Davis told you that Maxx Crosby was a Raider. John Spytek said he expected Maxx to be here, but before he traded him. Kubiak said that he had coffee with him. Maxx said he was going to be a Raider. The only person that doesn't answer you is Brady, man. Brady don't care about you, bro. Brady don't care about the Raiders at all. Brady just cares about his investment. And if that's going to get me what I got to get, so be it. But as you can see, man, ain't nobody forcing this man to answer any questions. Okay? It is what it is. Okay? Unfortunately for you, Tom Brady is he's not interested in answering any questions regarding this situation. He doesn't have to. Who's going to make him? Nobody. But there's so many of you guys, like I said, you guys are Spider-Man-ing on this man. Swinging. Okay? You're swinging from building to building. All right? On Brady. So y'all Brady Nation dudes, who Brady could do no wrong, bro, he better win. He's already got a bad track record on the winning part. He's 3-14. He has no choice. He has to win, and that's what it is. But if you're expecting Brady to be accountable, he's not. He's never gonna answer your questions. He don't never say nothing Raider Nation. He don't say none of that shit to you. He don't say none of that to you. Maxx still hasn't explained Flock Nation. He ain't explained that. It's just getting to the point, bro, where as a fan of the Raiders, if you do not have the proper focus and mentality like I do, and a lot of us do, that it's shield first, everything else just it's like a duck, bruh. Okay? When a duck's in the water, man, do you ever see a wet duck? Nah, man, because its feathers is waterproof. That water just beads up and rolls off. And that's what I'm doing. I don't even care anymore, bro. Brady is not responsible for anything that happens. When good things happen, it's Brady. When bad things happen, it wasn't Brady. I mean, if you can have it your way, you have it your way. I'm starting to really respect the cat. He found the perfect stool pigeons over here. You guys have absolutely lost every bit of any type of commitment to excellence. You don't have any type of legacy anymore. You don't have any type of mystique anymore. You don't have no identity anymore. All you have is a logo that you don't even put in front of everything. You put these players and these guys and these personalities and this celebrity and this other shit in front of the shield. And that's why I'm not going to feel sorry for any of you guys if you never win a Super Bowl. I'm not going to have any feelings for you at all. Because what I'm seeing is typically the people who do not have any championships. The 1 ringers, the 2 ringers, the 3 ringers. Y'all just, you co-sign everything. You guys co-sign all the bullshit. And then you point your finger at Mark. You point your finger at him, but everybody else, you don't point your finger. I point my finger at everybody. You, everybody. But you swear on your life Brady didn't have anything to do with this. And then it's, well, Brady wasn't the one that rescinded the trade. Come on, dude. All they've been doing since they've been here is not telling us the truth. But you can't get mad at him for not doing that. Tom Telesco didn't tell you the truth. Dave Ziegler didn't tell you the truth. Josh McDaniels didn't tell you the truth. I mean, they've been lying to you. They've been lying to you forever. You're used to being lied to. You're used to getting the small piece of chicken. That's what you're used to. Okay? That's what you do. That's what you get. You eat the butt of the bread. You eat the ass off the chicken. I already told you I don't do that. I ain't doing it. If I have to see that little tail on the end of the chicken and with the ass of the chicken, I ain't eating that. But you, hey man, throw some Tapatio or some Red Rooster hot sauce on that shit, okay? And you own it. Just chicken, coming from the chicken, from the rooter to the tutor. So that's what it is. I'm not mad at TB12 about it, because TB12 just basically shat in the face of the media, and the media just backed off. He gave you a long, drawn-out answer, bro. Just talked around in a damn circle, bro. Like he was doing the river dance or some shit. He just river danced around that whole shit. Okay? And all I'm here to do is get these likes up. Likes ain't liking. What I'm here to do is just bring it to your attention, bro. You're never going to get no straight answer out of none of these dudes. Anytime they say something, it's some bullshit. That's just how I'm looking at it. Now, Kubiak, I can't say nothing about Kubiak yet because I don't know Kubiak enough. But it won't take long. It won't take long to know if he's full of shit or not. And if he is, I'm going to say it. Okay? We already know Marcus, he ain't even thinking about this shit no more. He's thinking about a succession plan. He's thinking about installing these dudes permanently when he ain't around. These dudes are going to be the owners of the Raiders. And you guys really actually think, let's get these likes up. You guys really actually think, especially you Brady Nation, who you guys also moonlight as Stripper Nation, Team Twerk, okay, and Roaches with Raider hats. That's just another moniker you guys have. All you guys are in the same clique, all right? You actually think that this situation is better than the Mark Davis ran situation. No, it isn't. The Mark Davis situation at least has DNA of what the Raiders are. He may not be mentally thinking the way he needs to think, but at least we know it's in him. These dudes have none of that. Egon Durbin doesn't have none of that. Brady has none of that. Michael Milken has none of that. Richard Seymour, you don't even see him. Jim Gray has none of that. These dudes are only here to get paid. And if it was about winning and getting paid, they wouldn't be here. Allegedly. They wouldn't be here. Because this team has not won. Where were they when we were in Oakland? When we needed money. When we needed financing. When we needed somebody to come in. They weren't around. You were in Oakland. You were a secondary team. You were a poverty franchise. You were a team that nobody came to the games. No, the games didn't sell out. Now you're in Las Vegas. You have increased your net worth $8.5 billion since you've been in Las Vegas. When we got to Las Vegas, we were only worth 1.5 billion. Now we are going to be worth 10 billion. That is an excess of $8.5 billion, bro. When you are a $10 billion corporation, you're going to get people coming over because it's cracking. The party's cracking. The shooby doobies is popping. The drinks are free, bro. The music is cracking. Everything is off the hook. You didn't have to pay to get in. All you did was show up. And the shoobies are gaming too. You're in Shangri-La, homie. Okay? These dudes are there to duck the fade and get to the bank. And you know what, bro? Man, don't hate the player, hate the game, dog. I gotta be a Bay Arean. Those of you guys that's from the Bay that's on here, I know Bill's from the Bay. I know Justin Sauce from the Bay. I'm just trying to let you guys know how Brady runs shit is how Bay Area people do shit. This is exactly the way Bay Area people do shit. We do what we want, and we don't answer no dumbass questions. We don't answer no dumbass questions, bruh. This is straight to the soil game that Brady's running. Brady is running Bay Area game, dog. He's running it. And whether I like it or not, I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it. I'm telling you right now. Brady's a 49er fan. How's he in the building? He didn't grow up like no damn Raiders, bro. Simple as that. E40 is a 49er fan too. Short is a Raider fan. 40 would respect that hustle. That's why he's named Charlie Hustle. Short's gonna respect it. I respect it. Any real Bay Area bred person, whether it benefits you or not, has to respect the game. The game is always has to be acknowledged. Brady ran absolute game. But the problem is this. You know who else is a Bay Arean? MD, Mark Davis. Did y'all forget Mark Davis is a Bay Arean, bro? Mark Davis grew up in the Bay. He grew up in a house right in Piedmont, which is right above Oakland. Mark Davis has that Bay pedigree too. So I can't see. I'm really struggling with this one because I want to be mad. I want to be mad about it, but I can't. Because if I'm mad about it, that goes against my entire upbringing. That goes against my entire, how I was raised, bruh. I'm from the soil deep down, dog, to my pores. I have to acknowledge game being ran. I have to. And Mark is running this play the way he wants to run it. See, Mark Davis's focus is on that WNBA team. That's his focus. In his mind, he's already matched his pops. In his mind, not in mine, but in his. His father took a team that was already in existence. See, you gotta pay attention. Mark Davis took a team that was already in existence. Okay? Al Davis came to the team in 1963. The Raiders were founded in 1960. The Aces were already existing franchise. Mark came in after. Al Davis won 3 championships with a team that he acquired. Mark Davis won 3 championships with a team that he acquired. Before Al Davis, the Raiders didn't win shit. Before Mark Davis, the Aces didn't win shit. So he's looking at it like, hey man, I matched my pops and I surpassed them because I have the Allegiant. I have the Death Star. I passed them in money. I passed them in stadium. I passed them in venue. I passed him. That's what he's thinking. Okay? Even though I know, and he knows that those basketball championships, salute to him, don't equate Super Bowls, but hey, he's working on that. He brought in another Bay Arean to run game on everybody who can get away with it. Brady runs the NFL, bro. He's absolutely running them, and I have to start saluting a player. I have to, bro. I cannot sit back here and act like that ain't Bay Area play, that he ain't running no Yay Area shit. He's running it. Yay Area. He running it. He running it. He's running 4-1-5 game, those of us that's from the Bay. He's running 4-1-5 game, dog. That's what he's running. From Palo Alto all the way up to Frisco. He's running it. Okay? Gotta give it to him. So him not answering questions. I don't answer dumbass questions. You got anything to say, Brady? Well, you know, I love football. Well, you know, man, 23 years of playing the game, you know what I'm saying? I love sports, and hey, man, you know, it takes determination and dedication and prognostication and hey, Union Station and everything else. I'm from the soil, bro. Salute 510, salute 408, salute 415, salute 707, okay? That's what it is, bruh. Any other area code don't count. Ain't no 916s. That's SAC. There ain't no 850s and all the way down there. That's Monterey County. That's going down that Monterey down there, San Benito, all the way down Salinas and all that. That ain't the Bay. There's only 5 area codes in the Bay, bro. 408, 510, 707, and 510, 415. That's it. So Brady is running game. No. If you're not from the Bay Area, you can't tell us what he can say and what he can't say. You're not an expert at what we're talking about. This is what time for you to sit back and learn. If you're not from the San Francisco Bay Area, then you're not an expert on this. Your job is to sit back and learn. But if you are from the Bay Area, put a 1 in the chat if Shaq's telling the truth, and put a 2 in the chat if I'm not. Because we're the only people that can identify with Brady and Mark Davis on this level, because we're from there. And we know when it comes to asking questions that we do not want to answer, we do not answer them, bro. You're not getting up against the wall, bruh. It's not happening. That is Bay Area soil game being ran. And if you're not from the Bay, you're not qualified. I don't care if you went to the games. I don't care if you had season tickets. If you did not go to preschool, elementary, middle school, high school, I don't care if you came in there in your college. I don't care if you went to Stanford. I don't care if you flew in when you was 18. If your ass didn't, your formative years, you were not raised in the Bay Area, bro, you're not qualified to talk about what Brady is running. I know for a fact Brady is running 4-1-5 game right now. All right, I know that. Put it like this. Let's just take something you care about out of it. You hear Brady talking anything about Giselle and what's going on with that situation with his ex-wife, dog? Having a baby with the trainer and shit? Brady ain't talking about that shit, bro. Yeah, Brady, what's going on, man? What happened, bro? Brady like, well, man, you know what, man? Shoot, man, I'm just blessed, man, to have an opportunity, man, to, to be back in the NFL. And, man, it takes a lot of determination. And Brady's not answering no dumbass questions, bro. I'm Brady. Hell you mean? That ain't my girl. Well, isn't that your children's mother? Yeah, man, as I was saying, he didn't even answer the first question. They said you were going to be more involved, bro. You were going to be more involved with the Raiders. He didn't answer that. He brought up Robert Kraft before he brought up Mark Davis. Tell me I'm capping. He said, I was blessed to work with Robert Kraft, and now I'm working with Mark Davis. And he's telling you, man, crazy as hell. Tom Brady's never going to answer your damn questions, man, until he wants to answer your questions. He does not care that you don't what you want to know. And I'm going to have to start respecting it. I'm going to tell you this, this is how I know for a fact. If Tom Brady was doing this to the 49ers, I would be rolling. I'll be on the floor, rolling down the street, laughing my ass off on how the 49ers are getting absolutely ran into the ground. I would be laughing. But due to the fact that it's my team, I can't roll down the street laughing. But what I could do is give it a salute. You don't have nothing, bro. It's Teflon game. It's Teflon game. When I was back in the Bay Area and I was in my prime running around having my way doing what I wanted, and people were trying to dirty Mac your boy Shaq, and it didn't stick. You know what I always said? I said, man, I'm the Teflon Don, bro. I mean, nothing sticks to Shaq. Oh, hey man, hey girl, he was over there with that one. I heard you was over there with that one. Come on, man. Like, really? All right. Who was it? Well, I ain't telling you that. Well, then if you can't tell me what it was, then I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, man. What do you mean? I'm out everywhere. I'm a club promoter. Oh, I always talk to girls. I talk to all kinds of girls. That's what I do. They come to the club. I'm passing out flyers. I'm doing whatever I'm doing. So, I mean, damn, you got any tape? You got any video? You got any? You don't got shit. I mean, come on. I got to go about my business. I ain't care. Am I your man? Are we together? Do I live with you? Do we share a phone plan? Are you on my lease? You had to be a co-signer on my car, right? No? I don't answer no dumbass questions. Are you my baby mama? Oh, yeah. I didn't think so. I don't have baby mama. So guess what? Anything you ask me is irrelevant. I can do what I want to do. I mean, come on. Come on, dog. Brady running this shit. He running you guys. He's running the Raiders. He's running the team. That man has everything his way. And you know what, bro? If you had it like Brady, you do the same shit. You do the same shit. If you had it the way Brady has it, you do the same shit. Matter of fact, you'd be worse at it. You'd be so damn sloppy that It wouldn't even matter. Your girl comes home, bro, you got size triple XXXXXXX size panties in your house from Big Shirley, and you would just say, hey man, I don't know, man. I don't know how it got there. Must have got caught up in the laundry. And guess what? It would work. I mean, leaving something at your house is the biggest thing that girls back in the Bay used to do all the time. They leave something. Okay, anything. A hair tie, you know, one of them things that they put in the back of their head, leave the hair tie and do all this crazy shit. I'd be like, what's this? Shit, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I take my clothes to the, you know, over there to the, they wash my clothes over there at the dry cleaning spot. I don't know shit. I know it ain't for me. I don't know shit. Don't you think that's suspicious? No, because I didn't know it was there. What are you doing looking around? See, they call it gaslighting now. We didn't call it gaslighting. Like, what are you looking around for? Why are you rummaging around? How do I know you didn't drop that shit? I wouldn't do that. Oh yeah, you would, because all of a sudden you found some shit. I live here. I didn't find anything. Now all of a sudden you're finding stuff? I don't know. You may have to go. I can't have you here. I can't trust you. I flip it. I flip that shit. Oh. Is that what you're doing? You really got to catch your brother doing some shit? How come you can't go outside and catch him? Hey, you know what? This isn't working out. I think it's time for you to go. Walk you to your car. Let's go. So you don't got nothing to say? Yeah, it's time for you to go. I don't trust you no more. You rummaging around mine. You looking for shit. I don't trust you. I flip it. And guess what? It would work. Put him on punishment for a couple of weeks. Don't call. Hear that I'm out with somebody else. All that shit. You didn't even call. Call for what? You believe in all these people running around and all of that shit? You need to be hanging with them. I'm good. I need somebody that trusts me. That's what I'd say. It would work. Brady playing in your face, Raider fan. He playing in your face. Telling you that shit straight up. You cannot make it up. And you cannot hate. When somebody has their way, they have their way, bro. Until they don't. I've seen everything. I didn't make it to this age without seeing a lot of shit. I saw shit that I'm like, man, I don't know how the hell that worked. But then again, I do. Okay? So at the end of the day, man, don't expect you to ever get a straight answer out of 12, because 12's never given you a straight answer. It's never happened. And you know what? I'm good with it. Show me on the grass, big dog, because you're not going nowhere. Brady's not going nowhere, bro, until he decides to divest from this team. He's not going nowhere. He bought in. His money's invested in your squad. He brought in the money dude. The money dude is about to get the team. If something happens to Mark and the heirs don't want to continue this shit, Brady and his appointed homie are gonna run your shit, and they're gonna run your legacy down the drain and create their own. That's exactly what they're gonna do. And they were this close to starting it with Crosby. They traded Crosby, a guy who you swore in your life was untradeable. That's how you know that he's running it. Let's cut the head off the snake. But y'all been allowing that. I told you back with the Derek Carr shit, when you guys were cool with Josh McDaniels doing that same shit. This is the Patriot playbook when it comes to absolutely destroying your Raider pedigree. Let's get rid of the most prominent one first, and you are cool with it, and then they start picking your shit apart. Okay? They start carving your damn legacy up, getting rid of all the good pieces of it, and leaving the bullshit left. And they say, we got to start over. Look at what we have left. But the Shield took care of that. But don't think that they won't trade Brady. Brady and them won't trade Maxx again, because they will. Maxx don't got no trade. Let Maxx rehabilitate himself, play good enough where his shit is reinstated, and you'll be going through this again. You want me to believe that Maxx ain't going nowhere? Give him a no trade. I ain't seen it. Let me read you guys this question. Those of you guys that tip will get read first. Okay? That's just how it works. Yvonne Holland with the $9.99 dono. Hi, Matthew. Watching UConn. Close game. Brady lost in flag football. But he's winning when it comes to us. Okay? He's winning when it comes to the Raiders, though. That's for damn sure. All right? Okay? Appreciate that. Let me read you guys' questions. Likes ain't liking yet. Let's get these likes liking. All right? Justice Saw, what's good? Whittington Thomas, what's going on? What's popping? Hey, man, good weekend. Good cigar. You saw what I had for dinner. Slab of beef ribs. I was chilling. Everything going good for me. Got a nice dessert inside when it's time. Got me some crumble cake in there, so I'm about to go down. Okay. Raider Rob, what's going on? Justice Saw, what's happening? Hey, bro, I had a good weekend. Okay. Block Pile in the house. Flex Money in the house. Justice Sizzle in the house. Let's get these likes to 50%. Let's get them beyond that. Let's get the likes liking. Eglatasian, what's going on? J6, what's up, J6? What's going on? Daniel Berry Sports. Gabe Davis, what's happening? Blaze, one for the Unfiltered Nation. Like I said, man, the Brady Nation, man, they cheering, bruh. Until he wins something, he just running game. He just running game, dog. Game recognized game in the Bay, man. In the Bay, man. Look at in the Bay, man. Those from the Bay know that's one of our biggest hits. Is game recognizes game in the Bay, man. I recognize the game because I'm from the Bay. I recognize it. Okay? He running game. It's working. But he's not gonna get I recognize it. But that doesn't mean that I'm not expecting. I got to see him do something on his grass. But like I said before, if he can get away with it, he can get away with it, dog. All right, man. Agritarian, what's good? Bill said you're in Idaho. Hey, Bill, you're in Idaho, man, with nephew. It's good, man. Give nephew a big hug from me, man. Kicking with grandson. All right, man. Justin Sizzle, Raider Rob. Chris DeLorenzo, what's going on? Gabe Davis, good weekend. I see those 111s in there. I know Bill's with his grandson. He's having a great time. Whittington Thomas has a 1-2. Okay, all y'all in there with these ones. Bushido, Shaq, my weekend went well. Had to work on my birthday, but it was okay. It's all right, bro. Sometimes you got to do that. When you work on your birthday, dog, so when it's time for you to turn up, you just pretend that day's your birthday. Okay? I mean, I'm going to keep it a buck, man. I don't have birthdays. I have birthday months. So my whole birthday is the month of September. Okay? It's from September 1st to September 30th. That's my whole birthday. I don't celebrate one day. I celebrate all month. That's my birthday month. I don't do birthdays. I haven't done a birthday since I've been 18. I celebrate month. My birthday the 18th. My wife's birthday the 19th. My best friend's birthday the 20th. My other best friend's the 23rd. Her best friend's birthday is the 7th. I mean, we're Virgos. All the Virgos in the house. We celebrate all month. So I wouldn't worry about no birthday. That's for kids to do. Okay? All right, man. Eglatese in the house. R.C. Ray in the house. Harold Johnson in the house. Tony Parita in the house. Big Daddy Murder in the house. Okay? All right, man. Justice Sa says, always cool when you're blessed and healthy. That's good. That's good attitude. Okay. Eating some raviolis, man. Hey, man, are you eating them Chef Boyardee raviolis? Because when I was in college, I used to tear them things up. Even when I was single, I used to tear them things up. Okay, you just got to put when you get the raviolis, man. You put them in the microwave, man, and you heat them up, and then you put a slice of American cheese on top of that shit, and then let that shit cook, stir that shit up there where it's bubbling, and let that shit melt. Then you put a couple of dabs of Tabasco sauce on that piece, bruh. Big ass piece of bread, not the ass of the bread. Piece of bread, little piece of bread with a little bit of butter on it, and go to work. I tear that shit up. Okay. Chris DeLorenzo, what's going on? Don't forget to tip your bartender. Let's get these likes up. Likes ain't like it. Okay. All right, man. All right, man. Whittington Thomas said he's waiting for tomorrow's delivery. Hey, man. Hey, dog. I'm telling you right now. If I would have been thinking about it, I would have went to the PO box yesterday. But I'll go tomorrow. Okay. All right, man. I'll go tomorrow. Someone's always talking greasy. Well, ain't nobody talking greasy. Brady's running Bay Area gate. Okay. Chris De Lorenzo said fake media. Man, like I said, he's running it. Okay. Yeah, it's the same lighter. Lighter working. It's working. What's the use? Come on, bro. I don't waste my money, bro. Okay. I'm gonna keep using it till it doesn't work. It's working. Working just fine. Okay. All right, man. At least get these likes up. That's right. Let's roll. Okay. Can't wait to hear this shit. You just heard it. All right, man. Flag football. Brady's still not addressing the Maxx situation. Why should he? All right. Okay, straight up. We have yet to hear Brady say a single word about Mad Maxx. He just proved he's not going to answer your questions. He's from the Bay. He doesn't answer stupid-ass questions. Brady don't ask dumb questions. You know who else is from the Bay Area, Justin Saw? Your boy Barry Bonds. He went to Sarah High School just like Tom Brady did. And when he was hitting them home runs over the fence and he was being asked about that Balco shit, he ain't answer no dumb-ass questions. That's why he's not in the hall today, because he never answered questions. He's like, I ain't answering none of y'all questions. I'm Barry Bonds. You look at anybody that's from the Bay Area, don't answer questions. Don't answer those questions, bro. You seen Mark do it too. Mark like, I answer when I want to. You saw Al answering that shit. Okay? They just don't. You was from the Bay, you don't do that. We ask questions. We don't answer questions. That's what I always say. Well, what were you doing? I ask questions. I don't answer questions. I don't buy dreams. I sell dreams. I used to say shit like that all the time. I don't buy dreams. I sell dreams. I'm here to sell you a dream. I don't buy dreams. I'm a dream maker, not a dream taker. I'm here to give you some shit. I'm not here to take anything from you because I don't need you. I do what I want. You want to be a part of the winning team, or do you want to be over there with the losing team? I had so many sayings and euphemisms, I just be running it. I'd run it. And guess what? My game works everywhere. When I lived in Atlanta, it worked. When I lived in Florida, it worked. When I lived everywhere else I lived at, it worked. When I went on vacation, it worked. Everywhere I went, all I did was throw that ism. It worked. Because it ain't really about telling the truth. It's about whether or not you saying it with conviction or not. You really don't care, you don't. Okay. Chris Reynolds said he could be the bridge quarterback. Why would Tom Brady come back and play football for us when he doesn't have to? That man does not have to do anything that you want him to do. He's proving it. At least 90-something%, I'll even go as high as 97% of you guys swore in your life that Maxx Crosby was untradeable. He just proved to you that he wasn't. The only reason why Maxx is back is because the Ravens didn't want him. He was gone. Told you that he wasn't trading Maxx at all. Remember Spytek said that? Then it was trade him for 2 first-rounders and a notable player. Then it was trade him for 2 first-rounders. Running game, dog. Okay? Get these likes up. Brady the Dodger. Brady the Ducker. Okay. What's the reason Tom Brady is dodging the Maxx questions? Because he doesn't have to answer your questions, bro. You're asking stupid questions or silly questions. He don't got to answer you. Who are you to ask him a question? He's the GOAT. That's what he's thinking. I'm the whole GOAT. That man does what he wants. The man is 46 years old, man. He's out there throwing football passes, man. The players that are in the NFL. How did he get the starting job over people in the NFL? How did Tom Brady get the starting job on the flag football team when you had Stephon Diggs and all these other dudes that are in the league? He's throwing touchdown passes to them. How did that happen? Does Michael Jordan answer questions? When you guys were running around really thinking that that Michael Jordan was doing something strange for some change when he was getting that ice out of that little kid's back, did he ever say anything? Did he ever come out and say that's not what I was doing? Did Michael Jordan ever come out and say I was getting ice out of that little boy's back? He never said shit to you because he doesn't have to. All he did was put out a shoe. When he put out those cool Wolf Great fives, y'all was standing in line. That's all they didn't talk about. His father said what he was doing. This person said what he was doing. Mike never addressed you. But when them cool grays came out, where were you at? Getting up early to try to get on Sneakers app to get you some shit. That's what happened. He just did what he kept to do. Put out the next shoe. Ain't nothing to talk about. I don't answer dumbass questions. Wendy Thomas, he crabbed his way out of that question. Can't make it up. And he did it with absolute skill. He did that with absolute precision. Got to give it to him. There's a lesson in that, bro. Certain people, man, that you can't get them up against in a corner. You ain't gonna work. Brady's a master. There's a whole bunch of them out there. You ever see Trump in a corner? He's either gonna have a smart aleck remark, demean you, or they'll say you stupid for asking it. They'll say, man, you're a dumbass. Look at this dumbass dude. The question was valid. He ain't answering it. You're dumb. Why do I need to answer your question? You're dumb. He'll just talk about you. Embarrass you. Humiliate you. And you know what? He does it so good and so often, you don't even address the question anymore. Yeah, that was a dumbass question. That really was a dumbass question. No, it wasn't. It was a very valid question. But he has you. You're going to straight up finish it. You're going to make an excuse. That was dumb to ask him that. You really thought Tom Brady was going to answer that, man? Come on, man. Yeah. Valid question, though. What you going to do next? I love football. I mean, I love the game. I love the color of the football. I love the grass. I love the crowd. I just love the feeling of winning. Next question. And guess what? Yeah. Justin South says the media have to ask him about silver and black. The guy asked a very valid question. He says, I have a question about your football job. It's a job. The media's job is to ask the questions, whether you answer them or not. You think that dude's fired? He's not fired because he asked the question. You can't control what the answer is. Brady has you. And Brady's going to have you for a long time. All you can do is hope that you win. I don't have to hope that he wins. I don't. I want him to win, but I don't have to hope that he wins. You guys that don't have no championships as a fan of the Raiders, you have no choice. I am a 3-time Super Bowl champion without Brady. I got my shit. So I can be critical. I can ask the dumbass questions. I could say whatever the hell I want, and I know the game too. Brady can't run that Bay Area drag on me because I'm from the Bay. I have a counter. For all his shit, I have a counter. My counter is, I know what you're doing. They don't, but I do. And I am the independent media. Matthew Shack Unfiltered is a media channel. I speak on the media. I give my opinion. I give satire. I am a journalist. I have been a celebrity interviewer for over 20 years. You can go to my channel right now. 8 years ago, you can listen to me interview Kendrick Lamar. That's how I made my bones in media. I'm in the entertainment business. I do a lot of different shit. I'm in the Screen Actors Guild. I have major label and movie credits. And I'm from the Bay. You're not running any game on Shaq. I can do whatever I want. And I am already goated. I don't need Brady to do anything. I want Brady to win. I want Brady to win me a championship. But that won't be my first. That won't be my second. And it won't be my third. It will be my fourth. I don't need Brady to do shit. But what I'm not going to do is act like I don't know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. And it's working. Salute to him. But I'm from the Bay too, though. That's the beauty of it. He ain't running drag on all of us. He running drag on y'all. He's running the media. And he's running Brady Nation. But he ain't running the Unfiltered Nation. He ain't running shit over here. Because I called him out from the beginning. Every time somebody comes over here and tries to take a shit on the shield, I let you know in advance. Hey man, he looking like he got the bubble guts. Oh man, no, he's not. All right. Oh man, he's looking like he's pulling out that damn paper out of the damn thing and setting it out. You know, when you in public and you got to go do a number 2 and you start setting the paper out. He's setting the paper out on the toilet bowl. Oh no, he's not, Shaq. Oh no, man, he's not doing that. Oh man, look like he's squatting. Oh no. Okay, I'm about to get out of here. Then when you start smelling boo-boo, I'm not there to smell it. Okay? All right? Justice Saw. All right? Wellington Thomas. Brady pulled a Floyd Mayweather. Did he? All depends. I love Floyd Mayweather. But I was also around when Muhammad Ali was fighting. I was also around when Sugar Ray Leonard was fighting. I was also around when Mike Tyson was in his prime. So when Floyd tries to say he's the greatest of all time, I don't believe it. Because I've seen the greatest of all time. I met Muhammad Ali when I was 9. I'm friends with his daughter. Floyd is a great fighter. I love Floyd, but Floyd ain't Muhammad Ali. Sugar Ray Leonard would, in his prime, would absolutely destroy him. So would Marvelous Marvin Hagler. So would Tommy Hearns. Maybe if Benitez would have beat him. Roberto Duran probably would have beat Floyd. But like I said before, y'all wasn't around back then. Simple as that. Love Floyd. But Floyd can't come to me and tell me he's the GOAT. He can't do it. Like I said, man, it all depends on what your eyes saw. Were you around? I asked my pops, who's the greatest basketball player of all time? You think he says Michael Jordan? My dad doesn't say Michael Jordan. My dad says Bill Russell. Was I around when Bill Russell was playing basketball? He was, though. When I hear you young whippersnappers saying Kobe's better than Jordan, I don't listen to you guys. I've seen Jordan play live. I've seen Kobe play live. I've seen Jordan go for 50 something. I've seen Kobe go for 50. Kobe went for 50 in my face. Against Golden State, him and Antoine Jameson both went for 50. Go look it up. I was there. I was in the house. Overtime. Warriors won. Kobe was acting a fool, but so was Antoine Jameson. Bad boy Kobe Bryant. But you don't get to tell me that he's better than Mike, because I was there. But people who never saw Jordan is going to say Kobe. People who never saw Kobe go say Bron. People who never saw Bron go say the next dude. As long as I'm not fooled, I can't control you guys being fooled. Simple as that. I asked my dad who's the greatest baseball player he's ever seen. My dad's going to say Willie Mays. Did I see Willie Mays? I saw Willie Mays when he was at the end of his career, when he was playing for the Mets and he was a shell of himself. I didn't see him when he was in his prime. I didn't see that. You ask me, I'm going to say Barry Bonds, the best baseball player I've ever seen. Before all the other shit, when he was at Pittsburgh, when he won 3 MVPs, before he even got to San Francisco, I never seen nobody hit the baseball like that consistently. Well, my dad's not going to say that. Okay? So what am I telling you? You guys are responsible for what you guys believe. It ain't my job to convince you. Tom Brady running drag on everybody, but he's not running drag on me. What I need for Brady to do is to win me a championship. Then we can get along. But until then, you're only a Raider because you paid $200 million to be a Raider. I didn't pay any money to be a Raider. I was a Raider before the Raiders won anything. I earned my shit. I didn't come over when it was popping. I didn't come over when we had a dope-ass stadium. I didn't come over there when we were in Vegas. I didn't do any of that. I was with us in Oakland. I was with us in L.A. I was with us in Oakland again. I'm with us in Vegas. I've been to every city. Brady wasn't doing none of that shit. Brady was wearing a Joe Montana jersey when they were winning Super Bowls in the beginning. When Dwight Clark made the catch, he was there. There's a picture of Tom Brady in the stands. They can circle, you'll see it. Go look it up online. When he was with his dad, when they threw that touchdown pass to Dwight Clark and he caught that touchdown pass, Tom Brady's in that picture. He was not wearing any Raider shit. He's only there because it's an opportunity. That's it. If Robert Kraft would have did what he was supposed to do and made Brady a co-owner over there, he wouldn't be here. But Robert Kraft didn't want him there because he knew Tom Brady's going to run that Bay Area shit on me, and I can't have that. Can't run that Bay shit over here, bro. This is Boston. Take your ass over there and go let Mark let you run it. And Mark's doing what he wants to do. Okay? All right? Raider Rob in the house. Gabriel Davis in the house. He said, not me. I know it ain't me. I have a whole channel full of videos never telling you anything other than what I'm telling you now. Okay? Bill says, I'll pass on my membership. Hey, I'm not even, Brady Nation is nothing that I'm doing. Okay? You said he's a whole ass patriot. Not anymore. Said it sound like Tom isn't answering the question about the Maxx trade. Sound like Brady's deflecting. Okay? All right? Hazelmine says, why do you sound like him? No, he sounds like me. Let's understand something. I'm older than him. I'm not his age. Brady sounds like me. You understand? Get it right. When I lived in other places, when I lived in Atlanta, when I lived in Florida, when I lived in others, when I went to other places, you know what they always say? Yo, man, you sound like E40. Yo, man, you talk just like E40. You know what I'd say? Nah, E40 sound like me. We all sound the same. We're from the same era. I'm older than 40. Not by a lot, but I'm older than 40. How does an OG sound like somebody younger? Brady sound like me. I don't sound like him. I wasn't born in the 70s, homie. Understand that. Okay? Like I said, if you're not from the Bay, you're not qualified. You should just be here learning. But, like I said before, it's always somebody who don't know what flavor the Kool-Aid is trying to figure it out. Come on, man. If you come from my era, you could just look at the color. If it's purple, it's great. Come on, dog. If it's purple, it's great. We didn't call it great. We called purple. But we already knew it was great. Simple as that. And if you was really drinking Kool-Aid, you would know the difference between fruit punch and a strawberry, because fruit punch was darker. Like I said, man, you don't get mad because you don't have the skill set. Just understand when the ism's being spat. Understand who has it. I've never deviated from anything. I've always told you who was real and who was fake from day one. I've always told you that. And you know what you guys did? A lot of you guys, y'all doubted it. Took you a year. Took you a season. Took you a season and a half. But guess what? You always had to come back and say, Shaq, you was right. Difference was, second one, I was right. That's what all that matters. Okay? Becky said, what's up, Becky? Becky in the house. What's up, Big Beck? Beck's in the house. Said, what an epiphany. These dudes are about to own your team. But you know what? I'm going to tell you this. Becky's a 3-ringer. Ain't that right, Beck? Beck's a 3-ringer. The difference is I'd rather have these guys running it than the NFL. At least I know Brady's going to be a Bay Arean with it. Brady starts winning. Brady, he'll do what he's supposed to do. But until then, he's going to do whatever he want to do. Until he starts winning some shit, he going to run his game. But once we start winning, he'll do what he needs to do. So all I can do is sit back and see if he wins. Said Tom's beating around the bush. Okay. He learned from the great Bill Belichick. He didn't learn from no great Bill Belichick, bro. No, he didn't. He learned that from the soil. Is Bill Belichick in the Hall of Fame? I'll wait. How's the guy who's won more Super Bowls than anybody get snubbed by the Hall of Fame? Is Robert Kraft in the Hall of Fame? I'll wait. Neither one of them dudes are in the Hall of Fame. Is Brady in the Hall of Fame? Is Al Davis in the Hall of Fame? Yeah. Like I said, everybody from everywhere else, they can't understand it. But you tell me, if he learned from Bill Belichick, why Bill Belichick is coaching North Carolina football and not an NFL? Explain that to me. You can't. All right? Justice saw we will never get forward answers. Nope. Gabriel Davis said Brady's just a bunch of nonsense. Okay? All right, man. Dan Lopez, TB12, said so much and so little at the same time. Brady's a bunch of BS. We don't answer dumbass questions. That's it. You can't make that man do what you want him to do. So what do you have to do? You have to rationalize it in your mind. He's full of shit. He's this. He's that. Know what he is? He's a Bay Arean. That's what we do. I'm telling you, man, the way that we run shit is unlike anyone else. Bill knows this to be true, bro. You got your boys, right? You getting ready to do something this weekend, man, and your boys say, hey man, what are you gonna do? Hey man, I want to do this. Oh man, well I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go do this and blah 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 blah. Guess what? Come Sunday, we're not calling them to find out what they did. They're calling us. Hey man, what you do last night? Yo man, I was just doing me. Where did you go? Don't worry about all of that. If you was with me, you would have known. That's how we are, bro. Don't ask no dumbass questions. I told you, did you want to roll? You said you didn't. You had other plans. Why are you calling me to find out where I was at? Because you know I went somewhere. I want to do what I want to do. Then I'm going to find out from Shaq what he did. And then I'm going to determine whether or not what I did compared to him. And then the next time I'm going to go with him or I'm going to go without him the next time. I never told nobody where I was headed, what I did, where I was at. Now, if they go to the barbershop and they find out, yo, man, Shaq was over here. Oh, dog, I heard you was over here. That's different. But you didn't hear from me, though. Oh, man, I heard you went over there, man. You went up to Dublin. You was at, such and such saw you up there. Yeah, I was up there. How was it? Should have asked them how it was. Don't ask me how it was. Because what? That's a dumbass question. If you knew where I was at, how come you didn't ask them how it was? See how I do? No. You never get no information. I don't care how you get it. I can't determine whether or not you got it. If you want to fish and you got a fishing pole and you got a line and you got a worm on it and you throw that shit in the water, catch you a fish. Don't ask me. Don't ask me shit. Yo, man, who's that girl you was with? What girl? Oh, man, that girl, I saw you, man, was with this girl. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you always secretive. No, I'm not secretive. I don't ask dumbass questions. Why do you need to know what girl I was with? Did I ask you what girl you was with? No, because I already know. You was with Millicent, like you always are. Don't ask me no questions. Then it's like, yo, Shaq, what you doing tonight? Oh, man, I'm about to go out. Yo, can I kick it? Yo, man, let's go. You can roll. Where are we going? Get over here. I'm not telling you where I'm going. You can roll. But don't ask me no question about where I'm going. You'll find out when we get there. See how that is? It's too easy for me. I never give up information. Ain't my job, dog. Ain't my job to give you a scholarship. That's your job. Okay? I'm not here to help you. Now, if you want to roll and learn, cool. You want to experience, straight. You're always welcome, but don't think you're gonna pick my brain. That's never gonna happen. Anything I tell you is because I want to tell you. All right? Brady has not answered a single question. Nope. Okay? Gabe Davis said, very true, we need the ring. I don't need it. I'd love to have it. It's just like Bill and Whittington Thomas and E-Trip always talking to me about my lighter, telling me that my lighter's this and my lighter's that. They clown my lighter, tell my lighter doesn't light. I'm clicking it 99 times. But one thing they always know is that I'm still using it. You know why? Because I do what I want. And you'll never be free as a man or a woman when you're always answering dumbass questions or you're trying to prove why you do what you do. You have to do you. And you have to do it so well that it doesn't matter. I do what I want. This lighter is on its last legs. Look at it. Looks like a lot of y'all teeth. But guess what? I do what I want to do, regardless. That's it. Doesn't bother me. Ridicule, laugh, joke, ha ha, hee hee. Guess what I'm going to do? When this starts getting to the point where I need to light it, I'm going to use this again until I don't want to use it. Nobody runs Shaq. I run me. That's it. Good lesson. When you roll like that, bro, you don't have to worry about what nobody's talking about. Somebody's always got something to say. Could be your girl, could be your family, could be your parents, could be your could be your coworkers, could be your boss. It could be whatever, bro. Until you are confident enough to do what you want to do, period, You're always going to be doing what? Answering questions. Having to explain why you do what you do. I don't explain anything, if you haven't noticed. I don't. Okay? Gabriel Davis said, I'm a Raider for life and not a Brady. I could care less about Brady. Well, man, that's unfortunately for you, that's the wrong attitude. I recommend you do care about Brady. Unless you're already sitting on championship or championship plural, you need to care. You have to care. Because the only way you're getting something is from him. He is the only way you get something. And that's what you better do. I'm here to help you guys. You don't get to sit up here and act like you got some shit. You don't have anything. You're 3-14 football team with the first pick of the draft, with your best player begging to leave. And the only reason why he's back is because his whole reputation and his trade value is in the mud. You have to kiss the ring. You better kiss all 7 of them. None of them have a Raider logo on them. You better kiss 6 from the Patriots and 1 from Tampa Bay. You don't got no choice. Hi, son. Okay, I'm going to come in there in a little bit. Raider Rob said no real Raiders in the house. Jay Marion says salute to the nation. Shaq kicking real facts. I'm trying to help you guys out. Okay. System Deck out here dripping more knowledge. It never ends. Hey, dog. As long as they keep trying to make me out to be a fool, I'm gonna put it on here. I'm using what I got. I have a platform. I have 15,000 people, and I have a reach. I'm gonna use it. I created it. I didn't go to nobody else's channel and be over there. I said, you know what? I'm gonna create my own, so I can do what? Say what I want, do what I want. And Brady's doing what he wants. Salute to Tom Brady for having his way. But thank God I don't have to worry about him giving me something. I don't have to worry about Brady giving me anything. If Brady gives me something, it's extra. It's me pulling up, back in the days, pulling up the McDonald's. I used to do this shit all the time. I'd order. I don't eat McDonald's no more. I haven't eaten McDonald's like over 10 years. But when I did, I'd pull up, I see a little, female there, and I would throw game on her. Hey, you cute. Why don't you throw a little extra fry in there for your boy? Oh, I can't. Come on, girl. Yeah, you can. Hook your boy with extra cheeseburger, son. You shouldn't be at the drive-thru anyway. Shouldn't you be the manager by now? I come through here all the time. You know what I'm saying? Throw your boy apple pie. Guess what? 9 times out of 10, I looked in that bag, there was something else in there. There was an extra fry in there. There was an extra burger in there. There was an apple pie in there. There was some cookies in there. I used to do that shit all the time. Just to see if I could get something extra. For nothing. Next time I seen her again, I just smile at her. Hey, what's up, girl? They still got you here? Shouldn't you be on the register? You're too cute to be here. 2 Big Macs. I do that shit all the time, dog. I should get an extra cheeseburger. Does anybody else give you a compliment today? No. Don't you feel that, don't you feel that you should accept that compliment? Well, I might get in trouble. Man, you ain't gonna get no trouble. Look at them. Look at why you doing all the work. Look at them in the background. They ain't doing shit. Look at that one over there. That one ain't even work. You know that one don't never work. I come here all the time. That one never doing nothing. Yeah, you right. Hook your boy up. Give me a shake. That's Bay Area shit. Y'all don't understand that. You don't understand that squeaky wheel get the grease. Straight up. Justice Sauce ain't no such thing as Brady Nation. All right. You'll be retracting that statement soon enough. Shoe Addict, Raider Nation, hit the like button. We got something to be excited about. Let's go. We do? Okay. You know what I got to be excited about? Those players that we got. I'm excited about the players we got because they don't understand none of this. Quay Walker don't understand. Kobe Dean don't understand. Taron Johnson don't understand. Linderbaum don't understand. None of these new guys understand. Even Mendoza don't understand yet. But look how long it took Ashton Genty to understand. It took him a half a season for him to start talking about loser mentality. Remember? Remember last year? It took him 8 games to realize he wasn't at Boise State. It took Brock Bowers a season to realize that he wasn't at UGA anymore, winning national championships. These dudes don't know. And I hope we win before they find out. That's what I'm excited about. I got fresh blood in the house. Maxx knows, though. That's why he said, Flock Nation. David Rainey. Marcus checked out. Brady ain't a Raider. He's not. We'll wait for Spytek. He's not either. And Kubiak. We'll see. Think about what the Las Vegas since Carr was effed over. These guys wanted Carr to be effed over. A guy who was drafted by the Oakland Raiders, who was what? Raised from the soil, bro. An Oakland Raider. Got railroaded. But y'all didn't care about that. Now you're hoping he can come back and be a bridge quarterback. Why? Why do y'all want him to come back now? Because you had to go through all of this bullshit to realize what I told you day one. Getting rid of Derek Carr was a mistake. Told you guys that. He didn't win anything for us, Shaq. But you guys are all over Rich Gannon's balls when Rich Gannon threw 5 interceptions and 3 pick sixes in the Super Bowl. He got you all the way there, man, and became a Kansas City Chief when we needed him to be a Raider. Didn't win you anything either. But we understand, though. We get it. Y'all just don't know. Y'all don't know Bay shit. Y'all don't know Bay Area shit. How was a Kansas City Chief going to come to Oakland and win us something? Y'all don't understand that. But y'all, but go ahead. Y'all got it. Shoe Addict 510. Okay. Yusuf, ducking the fade for sure. That's what we called it. You was talking about Willie all summer. When I see Willie, man, I'm going to dot his eye. Bill's known me the longest on here. I was always in trouble for instigating. I'd be like, hey, man, there's Willie right there. What you going to do? I'd be like, hey, Willie. Yeah, man, what's up? What you going to do now? Because I was there to see something. You don't get to talk about Willie all summer, and then when you see Willie act like nothing happened, what's going on? Are you going to check him or not? Run it. Oh, you ain't going to run it? Like I said, man, you only can talk for so much. You only can talk so long. Somebody's going to eventually pull that whole card on your ass, and you're going to have to do something about it. Okay? All right, man. Yeah, Justin, you need to agree with me, man. You from the Bay. Ask your pops. Ask moms. She from the Bay. You ain't got no excuse, Justin. Your whole pedigree's Bay. Your mama from the Bay, your daddy from the Bay, and you from the Bay. Come on, dog. You ain't got no excuse not to agree. You know what's up. You know everything I'm saying is facts. Anybody that's from the Bay Area for real knows I'm telling the truth. Tom Brady's running Bay game, and I have to give it to him for that. I don't like it because it doesn't benefit me. All of this drag doesn't benefit me. It don't. But luckily for me, it doesn't have to. I haven't won a Super Bowl in 42 years, but 42 years ago, I was a champion. I ain't won a playoff game 23, but 23 years ago, I had a playoff victory. Like, I've been around long enough where it doesn't affect me anymore. It doesn't affect me. But it affects you. And I didn't have somebody to tell me how to get past it. I didn't have an Uncle Shaq. I had me. I had to figure this shit out in real time. When it was hot. When the Bay was hot and the 49ers were having their absolute way and the Raiders were an absolute trash can of a football team, I had to walk around with my Raider shit on and had to deal with it. Y'all ain't never had to deal with that. Because where you're from, you don't have that kind of animosity. Unless you grew up in Pittsburgh, or you grew up in Boston, or you grew up in Kansas City, or you grew up in Denver, you don't know. You grew up where you grew up at. You didn't have no rivalry right in your face. I had a team 12 miles over the damn Bay Bridge having their way and letting us know about it. You didn't have to deal with that. The day after the Raiders lost the Super Bowl in 2003, when we lost to Tampa Bay, the next day, I had to go to San Francisco. I went up to San Francisco, bro, to go meet up with a shooby dooby, bro. I was in Frisco. Guess what I had on? I had on my white Nike Charles Woodson jersey and a Raider hat. I was in Frisco wearing my shit. The next day, I went to the girl's house to pick them up. Man, they were all, what do you got that on? You guys just lost the Super Bowl. I'm like, I don't answer dumbass questions. I'm a 3-time Super Bowl champion. That's my answer. Well, you just lost. So? What about these? What about these? What about those? That don't mean shit to me. I'm still a 3-time Super Bowl champion. That's all I said. Well, you got a lot of confidence. I'm supposed to. That Super Bowl loss ain't affected me at all. What about the other 3 I got? Did these disappear? Oh, those old ass rings. Gold and diamond go bad? I always had an answer for everything. It takes millions of years of pressure to create a diamond and millions of years to make gold or platinum or silver or whatever it is. I'm still a champ, regardless. And guess what? I had my way that night. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. Shoe Addict said East Oakland in that MF. Because you should know. If you're East Oakland, then you know for a fact it's not international. It's East 14th Street. That's what it is. It ain't international. It's East 14th. Okay? It's Eastmont Mall. You know what I'm saying? Okay? You know that. You know damn well it's Hagenberger. You know damn well. Okay? There's nothing they can say, bro. This Las Vegas Raiders don't got shit to do with Shaq. Until they win. He said these OGs be co-signing the BS too. Hey, man, like I said before. Reese, you know this to be a fact. There's always some game goofy people that are still in the back. There's always still somebody who didn't get the game. Somebody got to be the sucker. Somebody got to be the one to buy in. Somebody got to do it. Everybody's not going to make it. Everybody's not getting in. Come on, Reese. You know that. How many times you been to the club, the lines around the corner, dog? Everybody got in? No. You better know the bartender. You better know the girl at the door. You better know security. You better know the owner. You better be on the list. You better have some pool to get in there. Club's packed. Oh, we're at capacity. We're not letting anybody in. Hey, Shaq. Come on, dog. Oh, wait, what about us? You ain't Shaq. I'm in. I don't got to worry about it. So there's always going to be some people standing in line. Simple as that. I mean, we can't save everybody. Let's get these likes up. Dante in the house. Eat Trizzle. What's up, Eat Trip? Eat Trip, man. What's going on? How you enjoying them shirts, brother? You got some good cigars to smoke with it? So that said 415, Richie Rich, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, when I first moved to the Bay Area, when I first moved in the Bay Area, bro, I moved to Bay Area in what year was that? I moved to Bay Area when I was 2. Okay? 2. Where did I live when I first moved there? San Francisco. My brother was born in San Francisco General Hospital. I was born in New Jersey. My father was in the military. I came to the Bay when I was 2 years old. All right? I live in San Francisco in the Sunset District. My father got out of the military. My father was stationed in Alameda, at the Alameda Air Force Naval Base in Alameda. We lived in San Francisco. My dad was stationed on Treasure Island. We lived in San Francisco. My dad got out of the military, moved to South Bay. I've been in the Bay Area since I was 2 years old, bro. 2. I don't remember nothing. My first memory is in San Francisco. Okay? Like I said, bro, I'm Bay. So everything that pops off with Bay shit, I know it. Okay? So I'm just being honest with you. When I first moved to the Bay Area, anything that was north of Palo Alto was 415 on both sides. All the way up from Fremont to Oakland, from Frisco, all the way down to Palo Alto was 415. There was 707, there was 415, 408. 3 area codes. That's it. When I was in high school, 510 became 510. I was in high school when the East Bay became 510. Because we ran out of numbers. That's why there's a 510 area code, because they ran out of numbers. There was no more numbers. There were so many people, they didn't have any more numbers, so they created another area code. That's how Oakland got 510. But before that, it was 415. Anything above Fremont was 415. All the way up. When you crossed over and you got into Vallejo and up, 707. I'm OG. Okay? I'm OG. All right? I see those ones. Isaiah Butler. Yo, Shaq from the 408. Yeah. I'm from the 408. Bill's from the 408. Raider Trace from the 408. Sarah K. Scott's from the 408. I'm from 408. But when I first got to the Bay Area, I was 510. I mean 415, excuse me. I didn't move to the 408 until I was 4. 4, bro. I'd already been in the Bay 2 years already. From 2 to 4, I was 415. Okay? Shaka Porter. What's going on? Jeff Williams. Brady's from San Mateo. From San Mateo, bro. Sarah High School. Barry Bonds went to Sarah High School. Lynn Swan. Pittsburgh Steelers great. Went to Sarah High School. I went to Sarah High School one time for a basketball tournament. One time. Tom Brady was in grade school. Barry Bonds was already in the Major League Baseball already. Richmond was 415. That's true. I just told you. Okay? 510 didn't come into existence till like 84, 83, 82, something like that. Somewhere around there. But before that, everything was 415 up there. There was only 3 area codes. Ran out of numbers. And then they had to create another area code. It was just like here in LA. LA was 213. Then they ran out of numbers and it became 310. Then they ran out of more numbers, they became 424. You add area codes when the population numbers start getting to the point where you cannot support the numbers. You need another area code. When you start getting past Gilroy, those numbers turn into 850. Sacramento's always been 916. Okay? All right, man. Dante, what's up, Tay? What's going on? E-Trip? Mr. McFace is the king of manipulation. Hey, man, is it manipulation? Or is it somebody who's playing chess when everyone else is playing checkers? Can't get mad at the man that's having his way, bro. I had a homie, bro. You know, I'm always gonna tell you a story. I had a homeboy, bro. Now, when you're in your 20s and this is going on, when you're older, you're not really impressed. But when you're in your 20s, bro, I had a dude, man, homie of mine. He was married, and I'm like, dude, we're 23. What the hell are you doing married? His wife, like, his wife had what is that? My girl has a girlfriend. Remember that song? He liked women, and his wife liked women. So what that mean? That meant that he could do whatever he wanted to as long as he brought the girl home, and they both can indulge. He had his way. He had his way for a long time. You would think, hey man, that's the perfect thing. I'm married, and my wife like women too. I could just we just go out and I have it my way. Until the last time I saw him, I said, man, how's the wife? He said, oh, we ain't together no more. What did I do? I asked a dumbass question. Why? What happened? Here's the thing. He wasn't from the Bay. So he answered a dumbass question. Bay Area cat wouldn't have answered that. Bay Area cat wouldn't even have told you that he wasn't with his girl no more. Girl was tight. But he wasn't from the Bay. He came to the Bay when he was older. So he didn't understand that he shouldn't have been answering a dumbass question. But he did though. He said, yeah, man, found out that she had a dude. I didn't laugh in his face, but in my head, I was cackling. So what did I do? I asked another dumbass question. You know what he did? He answered it. Because he's not from the Bay. I was like, damn, dog. Why'd that bother you? See, because if you're from the Bay, bro, pimps, hustlers, drug dealers, no gangbangers. Those are it. And unalivers. Those are the 4 things. Put a 1 in the chat for telling the truth. Pimps, hustlers, D-boys, unalivers. That's it. That was the whole Bay. He couldn't deal with the fact he didn't play the game fair. Because it was all good until she did that. And if he was a real one, he would have been like, well, that's how it works. Think I'm just going to continue just to have my way over and over and over and over and over and over and over again? He thought it was going to stay like that. The problem was somebody from the Bay took his B. Somebody from the Bay took his B, ran that game on her, and she was adios amigos. He couldn't deal with it. So next thing you know, what was happening? He was nowhere to be found, and his girl was with the cat from the soil out and about. They was everywhere. Anything that was hot, they was there. They was at the club. They was at the game. They was at the Warriors game. They was at the Raider game. They was everywhere. They was at the mall. Any place where they could be seen, she was with him. Where was he at? Nowhere to be seen. I haven't seen him since. I heard he moved. I heard he moved, bro. He couldn't deal with it. And in my head, it's like this. Why run that game if you can't deal with it? You knew it was going to happen sooner or later, dog. You can't keep running them in and you having your way, and then all of a sudden somebody sees her and starts, hey, you know what? Why don't you throw an extra hamburger in there? Come on, man. This is what you allowing? He can have his way. How come you can't have your way? It didn't work the first time. May not even work the second or third or fifth time. Sooner or later, somebody with the right Bay Area game and a Bay Area drag is going to be able to take your beef from you. She going to choose up. And that's what happened. But instead of you being a G about it, you left. You went back to wherever you was from. I don't know what happened to her because this was a long time ago. But I guarantee you, wherever she's at, she's still up there. And wherever he is, nowhere in the Bay. He's sitting nowhere up there. No Bay Area area code or no Bay Area zip code. That's done. Once he got his girl pulled, he was gone. He went back to wherever he was from. And Tom Brady is doing the same shit to the Raiders. Jose Sanchez. I don't care as long as we win a championship. Well, you gotta cope however you can cope. You don't care. Do I care? I don't care either. Because I'm not relying on him to win me a championship. He hasn't shown me he can win me a championship. He hasn't shown me anything. Based on what he's shown me, he can't even win 4 games. I never had a 3-game winning season until he showed up. I never won less than 4 games until Tom Brady became an owner, a minority owner in the Raiders. When he became over here, I didn't even win 4 games. So, you got to do what you got to do, bro. Marcus Guillaume, what's happening? Okay, Unfiltered Nation, haven't been there for a few. I had some issues in the fam. Hey, man, salute to the fam. Your priorities in order. Family over everything. Okay. Deontay in the building. John Bankhead, Oakland. You don't see nobody from the Bay disagreeing with me at all. But all you guys that are from somewhere else, you have a answer for it. I don't have an answer for it. Tom Brady has to win me 2 Super Bowls before he becomes a Raider. He has to give me the one back that he stole with the tuck rule. Then we'll be even. And then after that, that's mine. Well, then I'll have 5. I should already have 4. Okay? But running that shit that he ran over there with the league and showing that he's had his way all this time has shown that Brady gets his way, and I'm hoping he gets his way with us, but it hasn't shown yet. Okay? E-Trip said he can't wait to get back to Dago. Okay? D Bernie. What's up, D Bernie? 1, 2, 3. Salt Lake City in the building. 1, 2, 1. Shaq, what's the stick of the day? Oh, smoking on that Rubicon. Still got to get up with you, D Bernie. Smoking on that Cohiba Rubicon right here. You know, we don't smoke no Black and Miles, bro. We don't do that. Okay? And if I smoke weed, I wouldn't be smoking no skunk weed, no sticks, no stems, none of that shit. But I don't smoke weed. But if I did, I wouldn't be smoking no bullshit. Jay Marion says I celebrate the whole month too. Got to. What if things ain't working out on your birthday? You ever had a bad birthday? I have. I had a bad birthday one time, dog. It was horrible. Horrible, bro. Everything just wasn't popping. It just was not popping, bro. It was not popping. My birthday was not like it should have been. At all, bro. I had to go to Sacramento. On my birthday. Nothing was lining up. It was just nothing was working out. I had to go to Sacramento and go and hook up with somebody that old work. That was the only person that had something that was worth my time. Like, come up here, go to dinner, we'll do this, you can stay here, blah, 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 blah. I didn't want to go up there. I don't want to go all the way up to Sacramento, bro. Doing that on my birthday, man, I'm supposed to have shit cracking. It just was not working out, bro. But guess what? I wasn't by myself. I wasn't where I wanted to be. But if that I was by myself, I wouldn't. I still found a way to get something popping. I had some dinner. I got to hang out. But in the morning, I was gone. The next day, everything was where it was supposed to be. So guess what? Birthday month, September 1st to September 30th. But the 18th, that wasn't cracking that. That day was not cracking. It was okay. But it wasn't up to standards. It wasn't up to standards, but I still was doing something. Keeping it a buck. Okay? Jalen season in the house. Rob said, you going to training camp this year? I'm hoping to. Okay? All right, man. Rabaroli from Costco. Don't matter, bro. You eating. Speaking of Italian food, I believe it's called Little Joe's in Chinatown Fried. Okay? All right, man. Gil D. Dollar Gil. Okay? They made it used to piss Brady off. Not no more. Rob said, man, I've been watching you for a couple of months. Raider fan since 72. Growing up in Camden City, New Jersey. The Eagles were bad. Raiders were bad men. Birthday's 9/19. Hey, my wife's birthday's 9/19. Virgo in the building. Making a way out of no way, big dog. 3-ringer. You a 3-ringer. Ralph, you need to be a member over here. All you ringers need to be members. I don't know what it is with you guys, man. Ain't no other Raider content creator is going to celebrate ringers because they're not ringers. That's why they never talk about Super Bowls. They never talk about history. They never talk because they can't talk about it. That's like listening to your dad and your uncle and your dad's boys talk about some shit. Don't mean nothing to you. I could sit down with you, your granddaddy, your uncles, your aunties, and OGs and sit up there and have a con. They way older than me. Ralph on here, he's older than me, a lot older. But I could sit down with him and have a cigar. And we could talk some Raider football and talk about when the good old days when we were beating everybody's brains in. Because when he became a ringer, I became a ringer. When he became a 2-time champion, I became a 2-time champion. When he became a 3-time champion, I became a 3-time champion. Even though he's considerably older than me, we have the same experiences. Just giving you guys some game. Okay, Cliff Harris, next season, Broncos 16-1, Chargers 17, Chiefs win, Raiders 0-17. Well, man, come on, bro. Raiders have never had a winless season. That's just you hoping. I mean, a 16-1 season, you know damn well. You're just making this shit up as you go. Ask Bo Nix how his knee's doing right now. I saw Bo Nix mess his whole leg up on a victory formation play. This dude hurt himself on a victory formation, and you're saying you're going 16-1. I mean, you can't make it up. Delusion is everywhere. Okay, all right. Tell grandson I said hello. Bill, my nephew, Miguel said Tyson in his prime was dangerous. These guys don't know that. Okay. Facts, Hagler would give Floyd issues for sure. Sugar Ray Leonard would absolutely handle Floyd. Floyd's a great defensive fighter. But if you want to know what Sugar Ray Leonard would do to Floyd Mayweather, go to YouTube. This is playing called YouTube. Go to YouTube and go watch Sugar Ray Leonard fights Floyd Mayweather Sr. Go watch that. Floyd Mayweather Sr. had that same Philly shell and all that shit. Didn't work. And when they asked Sugar Ray would he beat Floyd, he said absolutely. And he would. Wilfredo Benitez, that's his name. Any of those dudes from that era, any of those middleweights or those welterweights from that era, problem. I love Floyd. I'm a Floyd fan. But you don't get to tell me you're the GOAT. My dad would say, man, Sugar Ray Robinson would have absolutely, I didn't see Sugar Ray Robinson, but my dad would have said Sugar Ray Robinson would have been a problem. Floyd wouldn't have been able to know what to do. Okay? Let's keep it honest. Roy Jones, my boy Roy Jones, would have got it. Man, my boy Roy Jones, he would have handled his business too. But you don't have to worry about that because errors are different. You don't got to worry about errors. If they're not in your era, you don't even have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with somebody who's not in your era, bro. If they're not in your era, you don't got to worry about it. But I don't get to argue with my dad when he says that Bill Russell is the GOAT. I don't get to argue with my dad about that. Bill Russell has 11 rings. Mike has 6. All I can say to my dad is that, well, Dad, Jordan was unblemished. He was 6-0. But my dad will say, 11's more than 6. I mean, what can I say? I used to have these arguments with my dad all the time. He said, that's your greatest player, not mine. I can't argue with my father about that. As much as I want to argue with him about it, I can't. 11 is more than 6. But you think if my dad's going to convince me that Bill Russell's the GOAT, he's not. Just like when I had arguments about Kobe. Kobe ain't Mike. I saw Kobe lose 2 championships. I saw him lose by 40 in an elimination game against the Celtics. I never seen Mike do that. But I seen Kobe do it. Lost by 40, bro. They got blown out in the NBA Finals. The next year, that's when Kobe got Pau Gasol, and then they came back and they ran it back. Remember when Ron Artest hit that 3? But Kobe was 5-2. Jordan was 6-0. Bill Russell was 11-2. And then my father says, well, I said, well, Mike he had 2 3-peats. You know what my dad says? The Celtics won 7 straight. What, am I going to argue with my dad? I didn't see that, though. See how it works? When you guys try to act like I don't care as long as Brady wins you some shit, you have no choice. You weren't born. If you're born after 1984, you don't know anything about championships when it comes to the Raiders. All you know is what you know. I know what you know, and I know what I know. All right? Okay. Jay Marion, MJ, Marcus Allen, Barry Bonds, all my all-time favorites. All of them. Lost Lou, Jay Marion. Brady just put out a documentary about the 49ers, too. Did y'all see that documentary about the 49ers, man? That was on, what was it on? Showtime or something? Brady was sitting there grinning, skinning and grinning. Would I be in that? Would I be in a video with the 49ers? No. But he's an owner in your team, though, right? Vernon Forrest was good. Mike McCallum would not beat Floyd. Vernon Forrest wouldn't beat Floyd. Marcus Guillaume, man, after watching the Tuck Rule with my dad, man, I always thought Tom Brady was the enemy. He got schooled by Brady. Now, that's real talk. James Walker. Toppers. Brady's not in the Hall of Fame yet. Is he eligible? He's not eligible yet, is he? But he will be. You think Tom Brady's not getting in first ballot? Tom Brady's not going to get. He's not going to get snubbed by the Hall of Fame. Anybody says that Bill Belichick shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, something wrong. They didn't let him in because they could. Don't put Phil Jackson in the Hall of Fame. See what happens. Don't put Joe Torre in the Hall of Fame. See what happens. Come on, bro. Bill Belichick is a Hall of Fame. But Bill Belichick ain't in the Hall of Fame, is he? Okay? It wasn't a fumble. Cat Guerra said, Bill has seen his days in New England and his days of number when Brady signed with Tampa. Tom Brady, I got to give him respect. Now, understand respect and likability are two different things. I don't have to like you to respect you. I got to respect that man. I got no choice. Okay? Okay? Michael often said, Matthew Shack, you the truth, bro. The truth don't need no cosign, bro. The truth is an 850 credit score. All you can do is tell me that my business is not wanted here. You can't tell me I can't go get the car. I just can't get it from you. Well, you know what, Mr. Shack? I can't say you this. Okay. My credit score is 850. I can go get the car. I just can't buy it from you. But guess what I'll do when I get it? I'll be coming back by here so you can see me in it. Jay Cortez, Rosetown native. I mean, you can't make it up. You can't. Raider Rob says, I'm a one ringer since 84. So you understand. You ain't relying on Tom Brady to make you a champion. All you're doing is waiting for him to make you a multiple champion, but you're already one. I'm telling you, man, having that ring as a Raider fan separates you from all the shit talking. Like I said before, bro, the majority of the girls I dated in the Bay were all 49er fans. Because I always dated girls that were typically younger than me. I didn't want to really, and you know, I ain't dating nobody's older than me. I see you, but we ain't going. I can't be with nobody that's. I can't do that. I'll see you later, but when we gonna go? When we gonna go to the club? Huh? I don't know when you're going, but I'll be there tonight. You ain't going with me. Armando, greetings from LA, Los Altos, Tijuana, Mexico. Oh man, salute. Manuel, finessing her ass for some free stuff like a hey dog. Hey man, you got to be able to know how to get some shit. You'd be surprised how much lack of compliments women get. Still lighting, ain't it? You'd be surprised. You think, oh, because she's beautiful, she gets compliments. Yes, she gets compliments, but do you give her the right ones? You don't tell a beautiful woman she's beautiful. Anybody could tell her that. You got to give her a compliment she don't get. Man, you are so smart. I mean, you are super intelligent. I mean, the way you think. You think a beautiful woman gets compliments on her brain? She don't get compliments on that. She get compliments on her body, on her face, on her this, on her that, but she don't get compliments on something like her intelligence. Even if she ain't smart, you still give her a compliment on something that she don't get a compliment on. Girl, you know how to put together an outfit. She don't get compliments on that. Hey, you know what? I saw you. I remember that day I saw you on cross campus. You had on some wedge pumps. You had some wedges on. You had this on. You had that on. Your fit was tight. She don't get compliments on her outfit. She don't get one from me. Who you think she's gonna remember? You're beautiful. Oh, you're the good. Oh, you're gorgeous. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. Hey man, I noticed how you put your ensembles together. You always coming together. You always looking put together. She gonna remember that. Always gave you compliment you didn't get. She gonna remember what Shaq said. She gonna remember that I gave her a compliment on her outfit. You know what she gonna do? She gonna tell her girlfriends. He notices. He notices this. He notices that. That answer you gave in class today, they didn't understand. I said, you intimidate people because of this. They gonna remember that. That's the difference. That's that Bay Area game. I'm going to give you a compliment on something nobody even thinks about. Who's getting further along? You or me? I am. Because even if it doesn't work, she's going to let the other girls know. And guess what? It's going to make it easy for me to go that way. Then I'm cool with them. I'm friends with them. Getting invited to the barbecue at her house, her birthday party, her this or that, blah, 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 blah. When I walk in the door, everybody already knows who I am already. That's the difference. You? Oh, she just pretty. She's this and that. Oh, da, da, da. I'm around pretty girls all the time. See? Just trying to help you guys out. I'm getting another burger. Okay. Sony Roman says, if I had the NFL shenanigans, we're about to be feared again. You got to do it on the field. Okay. Marcus Gilman said, if you want an example of how to take notes from DC, stand-up guy, real Raider. I feel bad for him. He was done wrong. Well, luckily for him, he has a higher calling. Luckily for him, he has his faith. And I respect it. Because when you get treated the way he got treated, if he didn't have a higher calling, he'd be in shambles. That's why I like Mendoza. When you look at Mendoza, man, you're looking at somebody whose mother has multiple sclerosis, who he had to see her not be able to even stand up. His mother's in a wheelchair. Been in a wheelchair for 20 years. The dude is 22. 21 or 22 years old. So for his whole life, his whole existence as a human being, he's seen his mother not be able to get up and open up a cupboard. You think that dude isn't mentally strong enough to deal with all the other stuff? That kid is mentally tough, bro. When he was there and it was 4th and 5 in the national championship game in January, what did he do? Quarterback sneak. He needed 5 yards for a first. 8 yards for a touchdown. What did he do? Did he get the first or did he get the tub? He got the tub. You don't play around with somebody like that. You don't play around with somebody like that, bro. That dude said, I'm scoring. And it was him versus everybody. He didn't have no blocking, nothing. He got hit, he spun, and he dived in. Play around with Mendoza if you want to, bro. That's a kid who isn't even tripping off of the situation. His mother's in the stands with his dad. She can't even stand up and clap. I'm about to get in this end zone. That's the guy we're drafting. Okay? That's why I don't listen to nothing no one's talking about. A person who does not have that kind of mindset does not score. He doesn't even get a first. He's like, it's on me. I'm going to get this. Nobody blocked for that kid. Watch it again. He didn't hesitate. He didn't wait for blocking. He didn't dance in the pocket. He didn't pat the football. He got the ball. He got hit. He spun. He dived. That's why I say start him right now. Start that kid. You don't need no bridge quarterback, bro. Where you going to bring somebody in? Kirk Cousins? What's he going to do? Kirk Cousins didn't do anything anywhere he's been. He didn't do nothing when he was with the Vikings. He didn't do nothing when he was with the Falcons. He's going to come to the Raiders and don't do shit. He ain't going to do nothing. He ain't going to do nothing. Okay. OG said DC was a real Raider. Yep. Al Jordan said Carr just didn't have a strong enough supporting cast. Michael Jordan's an absolute GOAT basketball player. I've been a fan of Jordan since he was a freshman in North Carolina, bro. Michael Jordan was in the NBA 7 years before he won a championship. Did he win anything without Scottie Pippen? Did he win anything without Phil Jackson? Even Michael Jordan needed help. Lloyd Lay with the $5 donor. What's up, Lloyd Lizzle? 3-ringer. Lloyd Lay said Brady owes me a ring. Yeah. Brady knows it was a fumble. He knows that. Brady knows what happened. 4th and 1 on the 5. Come on, bro. He got the touchdown, didn't he? Play around Mendoza if you want to, bro. All right, man. Right belief. Dwayne News, what's up? Armando. Until it hit the fan. Richmond became 5-0 in like the late 80s, early 90s. I knew it was something like that. I knew it was somewhere around there. Okay. James Walker. Raiders record in 2006 for 14-2. That was our worst. I said Las Vegas. I said Vegas. I didn't say nothing about Oakland. I said Vegas. I said we've never won less than 4 games in Las Vegas until Brady showed up. I think that's what I said. Armando said, September 25th, 1957, bro. Fans at 72. Tijuana, Mexico. We got OGs in here. Ain't none of them telling me I ain't saying the truth. Jay Marion. My dad was quick to bring up Bill Russell and Dr. J, but never MJ. I get it. I owe my father a lot, man. And he's still with me. I just talked to him yesterday. Without my dad questioning me on everything all the time, I wouldn't be how I am now. I didn't have an excuse not to know anything. We had an Encyclopedia Britannica, a whole set in his office. He'd always say, go look it up. I didn't know something, I go look it up. You're a Raider fan. We don't know nothing about the Heidi game. It's a Heidi game. Go look it up. Heidi game. New York Jets. Raiders win in the final seconds, but it wasn't on TV because they figured the Raiders were going to lose to Joe Namath and them, and they cut the game. Raiders won the game in the final minutes. If it wasn't for that game, you would they would just they put on Heidi, a movie. They took it off the air. They said, "Oh, we're going to go ahead and go to Heidi now," and they missed one of the greatest comebacks in the history of football. Came back to my dad. I said, "Dad, Heidi game, blah 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 blah." He said, "Yeah, I was watching that game, and then they went to Heidi." That's why now you don't have that happening anymore. See how when the Raiders do something, it changes everything. Okay? All right, man. I don't know when Tom's eligible. When he is, he is. You always say Magic Johnson? You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong, bro. That's your perspective. What's good, X-Man? X-Man in the building. What's going on, X? Marcus Guillaume said after a DC did a ready, he should be there when we get a ring. Marcus Guillaume said, I'll take my ring off and I'll give it to DC. Everybody's not getting something. Yusuf. Andre Davis. What's good? We back. We back. This might be it. It might. So that's it. Tom Brady's not answering no dumbass questions. He's a Bay Arean. You don't answer dumbass questions. What do you got to say about Maxx? Yeah, man, shit, I love football. Greatest sport ever. Takes a lot of dedication to play football. Next question. Can't get mad at Brady, man, because he got you guys. He's got you. He don't got me. Until Brady wins me some shit, he's Brady. He's Brady from Boston. But he's really Brady from San Mateo. Any other questions? I'll answer them if they're not dumb. Match check and filter.